All right, Troops TV presented by Barstool Sports. We're doing the fan cam with man knows football. Sorry, my bad. Man knows football over here. My man Guni. It was the European Super Cup. Chelsea won. Villarreal won. Unfortunately, Chelsea won during the penalties, extra time after extra time, and all that. How you feel about the game? How'd you guys play? How'd you feel about how you guys played?
Okay, well, first I want to say a few things. I gotta get this in there.
No, I was gonna get to that, but
it's my son's name. He couldn't be there watching the game, so I had his shirt there. So people wondering why he got Alonso 10. My son's called Alonso. He was born in October, so that's why it's Alonso 10. So big up him. Love you, son. Anyway, down to the game.
Mm-hmm.
You saw how nervous I was the whole game. We started off all right. We dominated possession. I think the first half, it was like 62% possession also, which meant we were quite comfortable in control. But it's like Troops was saying through the watch along, Unai Emery sets up to just absorb pressure and then to hit on the attack. And we saw signs of that, especially in the first half. But we did look a little shaky defensively. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't have our first choice backline. Tuchel went with a less experienced one. We had Trevor Chalobah, who we're going to come on to, obviously.
We'll get to that.
Kurt Zuma and Rudiger at the back. So slightly different from what we're used to in a big game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not really too surprised in the terms of that Villarreal had chances. I was just kind of surprised that Tuchel took the risk to actually play those players. But it did pay off.
And I mean, you guys looked good first half. Kind of started. You had the better of the first half, I must say. You know, your strikers weren't as lethal, and Grant, the same thing can be said to Villarreal. I'm going to key in on a couple players. It was my first time actually seeing him. I think Trevor Chalobah. Where the hell you get him from?
He's an academy boy. He actually went to one of my good friends' school, Roma. Shout out Roma as well. Yeah, he went to his school. He's had his older brother in the academy, Nathaniel.
That's the one I know.
Yeah, who moved on to Watford. I'm not sure where he is now. But Trevor's just come through the academy. He was at Rennes on loan last season. He played more in a midfield role. But throughout his academy years, he did play in the centre-back role as well, which is why you saw him as composed as he was, particularly in the second half. First half, he was a bit shaky. You could see the nervousness there. I think... Tuchel did have words with him at half-time. Probably told him, listen, just relax, play your game. You know, you can trust your players around you. Just do your job. And I think we saw that come through. The confidence came through. The touch was there. The timing of the tackles was there. He was just in the right place at the right time. He was a key player for us, as well as Mendy as well. Another thing I want to mention is Hakim Ziyech. Up until that injury, it looked bad. But up until that injury, obviously, he got that goal. But he's continuing, like I said in the last video, he's continuing on with his form. I expected him to go on and do good things this season. Obviously, this is a setback. I'm not sure if it's a dislocated shoulder. I haven't seen the official report, but nonetheless, his arm was in a sling. It doesn't look too good. So we wish the best for him. Mendy, sorry, I didn't.
No.
Yeah, I'm just, you know what it is? It's just that everything right now is just coming back into the game. Because while you're watching the game, you're just you can't really concentrate. But Mendy, he made a few world-class saves there. Particularly the one where, I think me and you, we were saying, I don't think he got a hand to it, but he got a finger to it and he pushed it onto the post. World-class save. So Mendy definitely gets an honourable mention as well.
Timo Werner, what do you think of him?
Timo, again, he was, out of most of the players, I think he was one of the more quieter ones in terms of making an effect on the game. I mean, he did what I expected him to do, make runs, make space for others. Kai Havertz, I'm singing praises about him. Although it's not even I'm not even criticising his penalty. It's more the fact that he wasn't getting into the spaces at the right time. Yeah. But then that's why you can see why we need Lukaku. We need that striker who's going to sniff out those opportunities.
Going into the season, you alluded to him, Lukaku coming in. How do you feel? Are you ready? Are you after this preseason? So us Arsenal fans, I am not happy with what's happened now preseason. We're so far behind. We're not ready at all. How do you feel about Chelsea? You ready?
Well, I mean, a good way to go into the season is to win a trophy. Especially with the Super Cup, we've got a terrible record. The last 3 Super Cup entries that we were in, we lost all 3 of them. So it's nice to actually win this trophy. So that's going to give the boys a lot of confidence going into the season. And especially with Lukaku coming in and the chances that we create, evidence again today, the amount of balls that Alonso played across and nobody was there to put in the finish. Lukaku's going to be there a lot of the time. So it's good times ahead, and I do think we will challenge for the title, Chelsea.
There you go, you lucky bastards. I wish I could say the same about my team, but unfortunately, if we get sixth, that would be a miracle. If we get fourth, I'll go to church again. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. Man Knows Football.
I know already. Like, share, subscribe, all of that
Man
stuff.
Knows Football on
know.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe, as he said. TroopzTV, presented by Barstool Sports. We're out of here.
Big up Troops, man.